As humans, it's easy for you or easier for us all to hold on to grudges and not forgive. It's easier for us to point fingers at other people and point out what we think they could be doing better, or respond harshly to things that people say and do to us. That is an innate ability that we all have as humans. You know, when a child is born, it's easy for them to develop a selfish mentality of me, the world revolves around me. That is an innate ability that humans have. But over time, as you begin to grow up in the real world, it is expected of you to develop emotionally and psychologically to begin to do things differently. I heard it said somewhere, and I've adopted that saying many years ago, that if the way you are is not the way you're supposed to be, then it is your duty and your responsibility to do something about it, to become a better and higher version of yourself. Today I'm going to be talking to you about what is your innate ability and how do you begin to understand the assignment of that innate ability. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, welcome to my podcast. My name is Dr. Oyinko Solachinadu. I am popularly known as Dr. OJ, the Gifted Coach, and the MEC. I'm here today to discuss something that I'm extremely passionate about, and a subject matter that I've developed a program around, helping people discover their gifts. That is Discover Your Gift Challenge, and also working with my clients to journey into purpose.
So many of us got what to say, but we don't have the means, but we can listen, yeah. Things that we sharpen our vision, yeah. Oh yeah. Negativity getting out the way. By listening to us that we bring life, yeah. Plus it's like the voice of an angel, yeah. Dr. OJ, visionary, extraordinary. That burning like giving joy to the helpless. With the team bringing life to the dream. That's all we, yeah. Ruby, and Sammy, and she's, oh yeah. Transforming one life at a time. With the best voice that you have. Dr. OJ, keep on speaking for us. You're the voice we want to hear. You have the positivity. Dr. OJ, keep on speaking for us. Dr. OJ, visionary.
If this is your first time on my podcast, I want to invite you to subscribe and turn your notifications on, as these episodes come to you weekly to inspire, to motivate, elevate, educate you, to begin to think about who you are, why you're here, and what you're supposed to be doing with your God-given abilities. What is your innate ability? Innate ability is that thing that comes easiest to you. Just like we have established that unforgiveness comes easily to us as humans, innate ability comes to us easily because it's been embedded in our DNA, our blueprint as humans. Fortunately, every single human has one of these things, and I call them gifts because they were given freely to us. None of us have the choice in determining what our innate abilities would be. But one thing we have a choice in is, once we get here, how, when, and what we deploy our gifts to doing, that is where we begin to elevate and develop our mindsets to journey into purpose. Innate abilities allows us to not only be profitable and to multiply our efforts on this earth, it allows us to replenish the earth. That is replenishing and impacting the lives of those we come in contact with. It allows us to gain dominion and have territories that we are known for something significant, that other people can think about us from time to time and say, look, that person truly impacts my life. Innate abilities could be something as simple as being someone who is able to encourage other people. But how do you even determine what your innate abilities are when they're just gifts given to you? Nobody took the time to inform you, let you know on your birth certificate that, hey, by the way, on your birthday, this is something that comes with you as a human. And that is why I am here, by the grace of God. as the gifted coach to bring your awareness into this reality. You have something special on the inside of you, and you have the autonomy to decide how well or how much or how far that gift goes, not just in your life but in the lives of those you are called to serve. Let me tell you a quick story. This is the story of the tip addendum in the United States. You know, when we go out to restaurants, wherever we are being served by other humans, there is a culture to tip people. Now, sometimes you go to a place where service is being provided, but there is not much engagement with a person. But still, sometimes now in the world that we're living in, there is an expectation. There is, this thing that, okay, you got to tip me because tips are expected, right? So we have an entitlement mentality to tip. And oftentimes, some people, and of course, there are different schools of thought about tipping, how much you tip, how many percentage, and if you ought to tip at all. But here is one thing that I learned, and I am imbibing in my life, and I encourage you to do the same. Tipping is not a measure of the service that somebody provides for you. Tipping is a representation of your level of generosity. Tipping represents you. So whether or not you think a person deserves to be tipped when they render a service, or whether or not you think that the service they gave you was good enough for you to even come out of your way to give an extra bit, but now if you have a sense of generosity, and if you have developed a mindset of giving, you will tip based on the person that you are, not based on what they do to you. Now, let's take that back to our innate abilities. Our innate abilities is something that we do in spite of the rewards that come from it. Although, I can tell you this for free, that my innate abilities, my gifts, have served me really well in my lifetime. It has served me from the time of my extreme state of awareness of it till this moment that I'm speaking to you. In fact, this video is as a result of my service to my gift, to let other people know that you also have an innate ability and there is a specific assignment on your innate ability. So, where do we go from here? What are you going to begin to do differently today to begin to exercise and develop that gift? In the past, you might have left it redundant, you might have overlooked it, you might have undermined it. It might have come naturally for you to ignore it and make it a second choice, or even something that is just there. Just like unforgiveness comes naturally to us. But if you begin to challenge yourself, to look at people differently, to look at yourself differently, forgive yourself for your past errors, then it will be so much more easier for you to develop a state of awareness of constantly forgiving people very fast for what they do. You will become somebody absolutely brand new who is able to offer grace to other people when they are in the wrong. Even when you know they're wrong, you could be that person who has become so elevated in their awareness that you will be the first to apologize, be the bigger person to make things right. But bigger than all of that is you becoming that person who completely sees the world from an upside down perspective that allows you to treat others the way you really want to be treated. Now you're going to say, Dr. Oh, what are you talking about? That's not normal these days. If you give me, I give you. If you come for me, I come for you. Yes, that is the way of the world. But innately, you might have been programmed to think like that. But let's look at it from a different dimension. The gift giver, God himself, who created us, put all of these gifts on the inside of us in order to make the world a better place. So, our innate abilities were given to us as a free gift, but also as a free gift for us to pour ourselves out to other people, to help them become better. And this is not to say that your innate abilities will not make you profitable or offer you a level of success or help you build wealth in the world. All of that is something that, of course, you get to learn as time goes on, as you begin to deploy your gifts and you begin to rule and reign with the king of your gifts in life. You will begin to understand ways in which you can be extremely profitable, fruitful, and multiply yourself in the marketplace. But let us start from the very basics. What is your innate ability? And how do you begin to understand your innate abilities? You have to first of all know who you are. Accept some of the things that are flawed in you and begin to turn to the gift giver to help you redirect all of those negative energies within you to point it in the right direction, to begin to twist things back upside down. So now you not only understand what your innate abilities are, but you also understand the assignment for your God-given gifts and abilities. I hope that has cleared it up for you today. Guys, listen, there's so much more to come from me when it comes to the issue of gifts, the gift giver, your innate abilities, multiplication in the marketplace, emotional intelligence, men's mental health, women's mental health, all of these things that impact us from being the highest and best versions of ourselves. So I want to invite you to not only subscribe to my channel, but also follow me on all social media platforms. Dr. OJ Speaks across the board, and become a part of this community so that we can all grow together. You know, they say if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, which is what the gift giver, God Almighty, intends for us, lock arms with people who have a like heart, a like mind, who are going in the same direction, and you all can go so much further, faster together. And that's what I intend to do with you in this community. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Don't forget to subscribe, turn your notifications on, follow me on all social media platforms, and most importantly, give this video a thumbs up, share with someone who truly needs the inspiration this new week, and let's get started on our journey into purpose. As always, you know, I love you. Bye, guys.